Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to race number 2 of the evening for the Miller Family Trucking Esports League. It's the ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars here on UltimateDirtTV. I am Alex Robinson, Matt Bailey, and Jacob Trilliman is our producer for this evening. And Matt, if the action is anything like those big blocks a few moments ago, we are in for another great night of racing.
Oh, I tell you what, mate, it was absolutely unreal. And hello, race fans. It is good to see you all. How good. 360 wing sprint cars in excess of 800 horsepower. These machines pushing out around here at the Eldora Speedway. And, well, the track's going to be a little bit nice and slick tonight, I reckon. According to our little weather sheet that we had there on the just there a moment ago as well. So the time clock hot laps still about to wrap up here in about 10 seconds time, and then we're going to go into qualifying.
So there's your best lap right now. Bryce Lucius is quick in practice, but look at this. We have a star-studded field, you know, the 3-time World Outlaw champion Alex Bergeron, and then you talk about, look who's in 16th, making another return here to World of Thunder, Emerson Axum. Just a few nights ago at Kokomo Speedway in the NOS Energy Drink Midgets, Emerson Axum takes his first USAC win at Kokomo Speedway. So talk about trying to run the hot hand from real-life midgets into these 360 wing sprint cars tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I actually watched that replay on Facebook yesterday. And I'll tell you what, it was absolutely crazy. Is we're into qualifying now on the speedway. How good is this? We'll get some names up on the racetrack in just a second. We'll find out who is driving this beautifully presented number 9 machine. And well, through turns 3 and 4 for the number 9 car on the speedway is Huey Quillen out there on the racetrack as well. So Carter Chevrolet as well, your quick time man at the moment. How good with a 13.990. Coulter West with a 13.999. Then we go into your 14-second bracket. Trevor Royer, quick time out there at the moment as well. Bergeron goes quick with a 13.941. 3-time, one of our Lord's NOS entering sprint car, iRacing champion, quick time.
Talk about this. A whole bunch of Team ABR drivers in attendance tonight. There you see he set quick time. Alex Bergeron also in attendance, making a return to the Miller Family Trucking sprint car ranks. Jason Nygaard in the 22. There you see the 40, the 34, it is Bill Miller. Bill Miller on the track in the 34 for Native Pride Racing. That is Bill Miller looking to make another feature here tonight. But also, then you have Rebecca Millette. Rebecca Millette looking to become the first female driver in the 13 seasons of Miller Family Trucking and World of Thunder Esports League history to win a points championship. But she has to knock off that 12, her teammate, of Alex Bergeron. Can it happen? We've seen other crazy upsets happen throughout the years, and I think it can happen this season here tonight, though. Eldora Speedway 360 wing sprint cars, 13.941 for Alex Bergeron. Trevor Royer, Carter Chevalier making a return here. This is week number 2. A lot of new faces coming back here after missing last week at Lanier Speedway. But over 40 cars in attendance once more this week. Mike Augustine there, you see in the top 20. Ryan Underwood, VLR guy. He is in attendance here for sprint cars. And also Austin Stern, Huey Quillen. So a lot of former, late model guys in Huey Quillen, Ryan Underwood that are in the sprint car ranks looking to lock up, a top 5 finish here tonight would be impressive for some of these late model guys. We saw Quillen run an impressive time last week at Lanier Speedway, but here we go. It's time for the talking to stop and the racing to start here at Eldora Speedway. Qualifying has wrapped up. It is time for heat race action, but there it is. Alex Bergeron has set quick time once more. And ladies and gentlemen, There is your results. Bergeron, Royer, Chevalier, Coulter West, and Bryce Lucius are your top 5 in qualifying. And man, oh man, Matt Bailey, this is going to be a dogfight. 45 drivers in attendance for tonight.
Oh, mate, it's going to be wicked. And how good with the 3-time World of Outlaws NOS entering Sprint Car iRacing champion Alex Bergeron quick time. And he's going to start off the pole position in heat race number 1 for Team ABR eSports as well. So Bergeron will start off the pole on his outside. It's Up North eSports number 3 of Rico Robles.
Number 2, LGR Motorsports, the 21, don't blink because it's Blaine Brink. And to the outside, the 40 for Sub-Zero Racing, it's Jeremy Parker.
Position number 5 with the 9 machine of Jason Skollenbacher, as well as Dustin Hall will start the 331 for Slick Sim Sports out of 6.
Brandon Johnson in the 18. He starts in the 7th spot to the outside, the 11 of Mitchell Farmer, and rounding out the field, it's the 67 for Native Pride Racing, Donnie Batiste. That rounds out your 9-car field, top 4, 5 heats on tap, 4 to the A main event, and then everyone else to Constellation Racing. And ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 1 on the track. Lights will go out next time by. Talk about this front row. You have the 3-time World of Outlaw champion and Alex Bergeron. You have ABR Setup Shop sponsored Rico Robles and Blaine Brink also in the mix. I don't know if Jeremy Parker, can we get a close-up on that car? I think he might be sponsored by ABR Setup Shop as well. So you might have the front 4. Let's see, that Sub-Zero car is not sponsored. So the front 3, though, sponsored by ABR Setup Shop, and then it is the owner of ABR Setup Shop, Alex Bergeron, looking to go back-to-back here in the 360s.
Yeah, I tell you what, as well, it's good to see Zach Mcswain in the field for tonight as well. He was out there in qualifying just briefly a moment ago as well. Heat race number 1, race fans. 9 cars to do battle, 8 laps on the board. Heat race number 1, 360 sprint cars. We're green.
Race number 1 underway as you see Blaine Brink trying to go to the inside of Alex Bergeron. Those two battled it out last week, but there goes Robles to the outside now, and here we go, side-by-side action for the 2nd spot. It's Brink, it's Robles, Jeremy Parker right behind him as well. Again, top 4 go on to the A main event, and these boys are battling for every inch of starting spot they can get to the A main.
Yeah, definitely, mate, as well. How good is this? Bergeron crosses the line. He's still your race leader. We're only ticking over to lap number 3, race fans. Sorry, it is 10 laps on the board for tonight for heat races as well. So they'll be across the board for the 5 heat races out there on the track for tonight as well. How good side by side into turns 1 and 2. Brink will take over P2. Here comes Robles back to the inside. Slide job in turns 3 and 4. Can he get the job done? Yes, he does. Robles back up to P2.
Caution flag is out. Jeremy Parker, he was upside down. Here's the UltimateDirtTV instant replay. We saw it in the back of the screen there. Here's Jeremy Parker. That 19 Motorsports Foundation sponsored machine gets a little tight, then gets some contact, and he goes around. So a tough break for Jeremy Parker side on his side. So that will write an end to his heat race here. We'll see him in consolation action. So a little bit of problems there for that 40 machine. He's in the pits, but that helps out Donnie Batiste, Mitchell Farmer, Jason Schauenbachler, as those guys move up a spot and move an inch closer to a transfer spot. But talk about that battle for second. Rico Robles, Blaine Brink, that was the battle to watch. And I think for the closing out of this heat race, that will also continue to be the spot to watch.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. So we'll go back to the last recorded lap. Just under halfway home, race fans. Bergeron, your race leader, and how good has this been? Blaine Brink and Rico Robles. The USA 3, sponsored by ABR Setup Shop, on board that race car, and also for Up North eSports as well. The 3 machine of Rico Robles and Blaine Brink. All 3 cars sponsored by ABR Setup Shop, and I tell you what, Bergeron will have a bit of a problem on his hands if these guys get a bit quicker.
Watch out here because Robles starts on the outside. of Alex Bergeron. Brink right behind Bergeron. We saw Brink give Bergeron a run for his money last week in one of those heat races in the 360s, but Bergeron ended up closing it out and winning his heat race, and then going on and winning the feature event. Right now, these boys are ready to give him a run for his money. Pace truck going to duck off. We're going to go back green. Here we go. And we're back underway. And look at the jump for Blaine Brink as he goes right there to the inside of Alex Bergeron once more. Slide job by Blaine Brink. He takes the lead momentarily. Alex Bergeron ducks back underneath. And here comes that pressure we're talking about. Bergeron going to slide up that battle for second. Back on between Robles and Brink. Those two gaining on the 12 of Alex Bergeron. But here we go. Three-car battle. It looks like it's upon us here for that lead. Who is going to take it?
Oh, pressure is on big time right now for Bergeron. How good is this, race fans? Blaine Brink right on the re-nerve bar of the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron with 2 laps left to go, this time by across the stripe out of turn number 4. And Bergeron, using the slider line to his advantage, runs the bottom side of the speedway in turns 1 and 2 that time though. What's going to happen here? Blaine Brink, he's going to run into turn 4, challenge for the race lead. Final lap around the Eldora Speedway. Blaine Brink has the race lead, heading down the back straightaway for the final time. Blaine Brink, Alex Bergeron, who's going to get the job done? Oh my Gideon, it's a photographic finish. How good is this, race fans? Bergeron will take the win in heat race number 1. Oh my Gideon, how good was that? Bergeron with the win over Blaine Brink and Rico Robles. Dustin Hall will round out the final transfer spot. And well, Alex, how good was that?
And oh man, Brink and Robles once more put some pressure on that 12, but Alex Bergeron, he said, bring all you got because I come out with the win. But here we go. Heat race number 2, and on the front row, Black Diamond Motorsports, the 90 from Reading, Pennsylvania. It's Trevor Royer. To the outside ABR, it is the 22 of Jason Nygaard.
Position number 3 with the 23 machine of Huey Quillen and Mike Augustine in the 72 from position number 4.
Corey Austin, the 92, he will start on the inside of row number 3. To the outside, the 97 Team Outlaw Motorsports, it's Tyler Schultz.
Row number 4, position number 7 with a 24 machine of Scott Bittinger. Position number 8 with a 510 of Eddie Holden Jr. And out of position 9, we'll round out the field. The 13 car of Garrett Adams out of position number 9 as well. So how good is this, race fans? Alex, we didn't take the picks in heat race number 1, but who have you got for this one?
Oh, this is going to be a tough one here, but you know what? I'm going to go with the Pennsylvania man. Starting on the front row, that 90. Trevor Royer gets the job done for Black Diamond Motorsports.
I got Jason Nygaard. How good is this? Let's see what's going to happen, race fans. Another 10 laps on the board. 360-wing sprint cars. We're green.
Green flag out here for heat race number 2. Royer goes to the top side. Here comes pressure already on Jason Nygaard. Huey Quillen, he takes the second spot momentarily, gets up in that cushion. We talked about in the big blocks. Contact. Mike Augustine, Corey Austin also involved there, as that's going to change the game for Corey Austin. He drops back to the 5th spot. He was in the transfer spot. He is now in 5th. Mike Augustine into the 4th and final spot. If you see the gap just from that contact, Augustine holds the 4th spot. But look at the 97. Tyler Schultz was involved as well, missing the front nose wing there for that 97, and that might be costly.
Yeah, that race car will be an absolute nightmare to handle as well around the racetrack, as well without downforce on the front wheels there as well. But how good is this, race fans? Nygaard, the team ABR setup shot, wicked cushion. CSI Shocks number 22 machine up to P2. He's chasing down your race leader of Trevor Royer, the 90 machine. Down the back straight into turns 3 and 4. Halfway home this time by Alex.
Caution,
we're
flat,
caution.
waves, and I think the 72 Mike Augustine involved in that one. So, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Here we go. Let's see what happens to that 92. He slides up the track, gets into the rough stuff, into the wall he goes, and around and upside down for Mike Augustine. So that's back-to-back heat races that a car in a transfer spot or fighting for a transfer spot goes upside down and around to potentially end their heat race, but he is still on the track at 72, but he's got a long way to go, short time to get there if he wants to get back into that 4th spot.
Tell you what, it's always like Smokey and the Bandit. You know, had to go halfway around the world to find, 40 cases of Coors Light, I suppose. So how good is this, though, race fans? We're only a few laps into heat race number 2, and the racing has been electric so far. How good. Royer, the UltimateDirtTV sponsored Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 is your race leader, and Jason Nygaard now has a chance to take a big Enos Burdett, I think it was. Jacob, thank you. So, that's all right. Producer coming through and asking me that question. Or if anyone knows the answer to this one, if you have seen the old movie of Smokey and the Bandit, who did they send the bill to for all those 40 cases of Coors Light? Question for later on in the race. We'll check the Facebook chat, and I'll tell you what, I've already released the answer, but everyone can just go back and watch that later on. So we go back to green flag here at Eldora.
Trevor Royer back out in front, but here comes Nygaard now. Nygaard to the inside, slide job by Nygaard. He spins the tires. That might be costly, as you see. Now Royer goes to the inside. He's going to return the favor of sliding up there. You see right there at the exit of the turns. It's getting slick right against the cushion there. Here we go, side by side. We go once more for the lead. The 90 of Royer, the 22 of Nygaard. And keep your eye out for D12, Huey Quillen. He's in the mix. Corey Austin as well.
Oh, just like heat race number 1, Royer back to the inside on Nygaard. Down the back straight away once again. We're back to where we were just 30 seconds ago. It's through turns 3 and 4. Nygaard takes over the race lead with 2 laps left to run. Down to turns 1 and 2. Royer once again a slide job on Nygaard.
Nygaard and Royer battling it out. Right there goes Nygaard, returns the favor down the front straightaway. White flag in the air for Jason Nygaard. Royer goes to the inside once more. Slide job. Nygaard knew it was coming, goes to the inside. He goes right back. Here comes Huey Quillen now. Quillen gonna go to the inside. He slides up on Trevor Royer. 3-car race to the finish line once more. Nygaard wins, Royer second, Quillen and Corey Austin in the 4th spot. And oh my goodness, another close finish here for heat race number 2, Matt Bailey. That's a great way to start off the night.
And how good is this? 800 horsepower, 360 wing sprint cars. How good. What a race for Jason Nygaard. That will make it 2-0 for me. Thank you very much, Alex. I've sort of had in my brain that Bergeron would win heat race number 1. Here we go with your results, race fans. Jason Nygaard will take the win in heat race number 2. Trevor Royer in 2. Huey Quillen in 3. And Corey Austin will round out your top 4. And that is your final transfer spot into tonight's feature race as well from this heat race. And we'll move on to heat race number 3 right now. And, well, let's find out who your grid is.
Starting on the pole, the 15 of Carter Chevalier to the outside, the 60 machine from Florida, it's Sean English.
Position number 3, and he's just come back recently from a midget win. It's Indiana's own Emerson Axum in the 42 from 3, and Timothy Korkikowski in the 29 from 4.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 57 of Austin Griffey from Pennsylvania to the outside, the 34 Miller family trucking on the side of that car. It is Bill Miller.
Position number 7 will be the 35 of Noah Bowman, and position 8 will be the 33 of Sage Luther, and Brett Taylor will round out the 41 in position 9.
You see the 42 Emerson Axum not making the call, it looks like, for this heat race. So, tough break for the young man, but again, let's talk about it real quick here before we go green. He had a heck of a run at Kokomo, that 42. Petrie Motorsports, he gets his first win. Heck of a job by him and gets it in his home state. So, can he carry that momentum throughout the rest of this season?
I'll tell you what, though, Alex, he was racing very hard there with Big Daddy Chris Windham as well. He was right on the money there. It was slide job central at Kokomo last week. And how good, we got another 10 laps on the board as we go green for heat race number 3.
Race number 3 underway. Carter Chevalier, he's off to the races already. He's out in front. And before we get too far into this heat race, I pick Chevalier to win. Who you picking, Matt Bailey?
I've got Austin Griffey. I reckon he's always been an elbows up driver in that Up North eSports 57 as well for Austin Griffey. He's back there right now in the Team ABR setup shop. Up North eSports number 57 machine in P3.
Austin Griffey in the 3rd spot right now. Korkiakowski right now just lost his spot to Bill Miller. Korkiakowski into the wall. He's trying to save it. He saves it right now, but he's losing spots. Never mind. Upside down he goes. And that is the 29. Timothy Korkiakowski and Noah Bowman getting into it there on the back straightaway. Caution flag. UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Here we go, folks. Let's take a look at this one. And we saw it from the get-go. Korkiakowski loses a spot to Bill Miller. Goes up top. Hits the wall a few times, gets a little tight. Noah Bowman, nowhere to go. Contact between the two of them. And that brings out your first caution here of heat race number 3. And once again, Matt Bailey, that's 3 heat races in a row. 1 caution, and that caution is from one guy battling for the transfer spot. So tough break for Korkiakowski there. But right now, the one thing to keep your eye on, Bill Miller, the 34. I got to talk to him in the pits before this race. After he made the show for the big blogs, talking to him in the pits, he said he doesn't feel much, he doesn't know how he's going to show up here in the sprint cars. Right now, just going to hold your spot. You're in a transfer spot. That 34 has Sage Luther, Brett Taylor, and Noah Bowman has some damage, but he's behind him as well. Just has to hold all 3 cars now, and he's in the show tonight.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. And it's always good when we've seen 3 heat races. Obviously, we've seen 2 heat races now up to heat race number 3. And in those 2 first heat races, we saw 1 caution. And then we saw the top 3 race to the finish. And how good is this? If we can see it once again, it's going to be a cracking show here tonight, race fans. How good? What do you reckon, Alex? Is it going to be another top 3 to the finish?
Oh, I think it'll be a top 4 to the finish here if Bill Miller and them guys can get a restart. I think it'll be a barn burner down to the final lap. Who is going to take home the win? Carter Chevalier takes us back to the green flag. There comes Austin Griffey. Griffey gets the jump on English. English into the wall. Ooh. English, oh boy. English now drops back to 3rd. Griffey drops back to 5th right now. Sage Luther, he is in one of those 4 spots. Here comes Bill Miller. Griffey and Luther upside down they go and around. Contact between the two of them. Problems down the front straightaway. 2nd caution of heat race number 3 out here. Sage Luther in the pits. His night is done in heat race action. UltimateDirtTV instant replay, and we're going to see this again. Battle for that 4th and final transfer spot was on haymaker by Austin Griffey into the wall, and those two couldn't get away from each other. Sage Luther goes airborne. Griffey gets a little cleanup shot there. So problems for those two once more here tonight, and that is your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. And man, Matt Bailey, now I'm a little scared because Sage Luther showed some speed. Noah Bowman showed some speed. Sean English had some problems, but he's up there as well. I think this is still going to be anybody's game, and it's going to be a dogfight to the finish line.
I'll tell you what, man, it's going to be one smashing, absolutely, it's going to be one electrifying B-main. I reckon tonight it is going to be absolutely off tap. As the amount of cars already that we've seen, and some really fast cars that we've seen earlier on tonight as well, and I reckon it's going to be one electrifying B-main. However, the 15C of Carter Chevalier is your race leader, Sean English, in the 60 machine back there in position number 2. That's the white car, holding down the 2nd position at the moment of Bill Miller. At the moment in position number 3. Oh, looks like, yeah, Bill Miller, so holding down position 3 at the moment. That is the blue and white machine on the 2nd row. So we've lost a few cars, Alex. We're going back to the green flag this time by.
Back to the green flag, and here we go. Can we have another great finish? We'll find out. We're going to be halfway down, halfway to go when we go green flag racing here. Green flag out. Carter Chevalier gets another good start, goes to the bottom, drifts up top. and that 15C right back on it once more. You see Bill Miller. Miller trying to go to that inside of Sean English. English looking sharp. He goes to the inside. That's contact for Bowman. He loses the transfer spot. Now Brett Taylor. He is in the 4th spot, but he has Griffey. He has Bowman right back on him. All 3 cars have some major damage on their cars after hitting the wall hard in those last 2 cautions. That 3-car battle. 3-car battle again. 2 go to the consolation, 1 goes to the show. Who is going to take home that one? But Carter Chevalier out in front. Sean English, Bill Miller, and Brett Taylor are your top 4 right now.
How good is this, race fans? Austin Griffey was banging the boards down here at Eldora just a moments ago on the top side of the speedway. Goes back to the top again in turns 1 and 2. Trying to track down Brett Taylor in the 17 car at the moment as well. Oh, Griffey! There was a right rear in that. We saw that just briefly. Noah Bowman fed Austin Griffey the biggest right rear we've seen so far tonight as well. Carter Chevrolet through turns 3 and 4 though. How good is this? So Carter Chevrolet will take the win. Sean English in 2.
Here we go.
We'll get your official results though. Sorry, Alex.
Here's your replay of this battle for the transfer spot was on. There's Griffey. Griffey getting some contact there. Got a right rear, and man, he blew that engine tonight. So, gonna have to make some small repairs. Actually, one big repair, as he's gonna have to get back out there for a C main later on tonight. But here it is: Chevalier, English, Miller, and Bowman going on to the A main tonight. Taylor, Griffey, Luther, Korkikowski, and if Emerson Axton can get that car back out on the raceway, they will be in the consolation action later on tonight. Here we go. Heat race number 4, and on the pole, LGR Motorsports, you one of the best. Well, it's the 10C of Coulter West to the outside for D12, the 25 of Zach Mcswain.
Position number 3 will be Rebecca Millette in the 14 machine, and Ryan Underwood. Oh, this guy will be absolutely electric in this one. The Team Victory Lane Racing number 46 will start out of 4.
Dalton Collins in the 95. He will start in 5th to the outside, the 44 of Lance Heinberger.
Connor McGowan will start the 64 for Mecca Motorsports out of 7, and Mark Gebhardt, the HMR Circuit of Champions High-Side Racewear number 96 machine, will start out of position number 8, and Stephen Turbeville, I think it's pronounced, will start out of position number 9 for Vanderpool Racing. So let's see how Mark Gebhardt goes in this one. The USA 96 hails all the way out of Hanover in Pennsylvania. Lives just down the road from 2 of the world's best sprint car drivers in the World of Outlaws NOS entering sprint car championship as well in real life. Down the road from Logan Schuhart and Jacob Allen. As well does Mark Gebhardt live. So good to see him here tonight in the 360 wing sprint cars, and hopefully he'll do pretty well. So Coulter West, the 10C, and Zach Mcswain on the front row. Alex, we're going green.
Green flag is about to drop, and it is out. And you talk about Mark Gebhardt, you know, they call it the virtual porch here at iRacing, the porch sitters in the Pennsylvania posse. He's off of it tonight. He's looking to make an A-main here at Eldora. Contact back there. Caution flag is out. And that was Dalton Collins going around in the 95. So a tough start for heat race number 4. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We saw it live, but let's go take a closer look. 3 wide they go into 1 and 2, the 95 machine. Hits the slick, has some problems, gets some help going around, and the 95 machine goes once more around. But the good thing is, not much damage there, so he might be one to keep your eye on for transfer spot as when we go back green. But right now, Coulter West, Zach Mcswain, Rebecca Millette, and Ryan Underwood still your top 4. But watch Mark Gebhardt, and you know, you talk about him down the street from 2 of the best in the world of Outlaws, but he's also like a half hour from me. So Mark Gebhardt trying to represent us here in Pennsylvania at Eldora Speedway. And well, the best way to do it is knocking off some of the best in Ryan Underwood, Rebecca Millette.
Let's check out just some quick lap times as well on the speedway. So nothing coming up at the moment. So lap times, not sure what's going on there. So Coulter West, your race leader, Zach Mcswain, Ryan Underwood, Rebecca Millette, your top 4. Then Mark Gebhardt, Hails all the way from Hanover in Pennsylvania, the HMR Circuit of Champions High-Side Raceway. Outlaw Wing sponsored. iRacing Outlaws TV sponsored. USA 96 in position 5 as well. So, how good we're going to get set to go back to the green flag this time by race fans out of turn number 4. Alex, restart time.
My mistake, I said D12, but Zach Mcswain rocking some Slick Sim Sport gear on there. So Slick Sim Sport 25, that's Zach Mcswain. Green flag back out. Can he represent Slick here tonight? Just like the 331 of Dustin Hall did earlier tonight in the big blocks. Here we go. Rebecca Millette throws a haymaker going into 1 and 2. 3-car battle getting ready to go back here. Mcswain holds on to second. Millette and Underwood. That is 2 through 4. But watch Mark Gebhardt as these guys are fighting for everything, and gals, sorry, as Rebecca Millette in the bottom side hits the slick, and a tough break contact back there, and that is Connor McGowan into the wall, and we are still green at the moment. Coulter West leads heat race number 4. Mcswain, Underwood, Millette. That is still your top 4.
Oh, how good is this? And Zach Mcswain closing ever so slightly on Coulter West. Is it going to be like the first 2 heat races, except with 2 cars across the finish line? Zach Mcswain, the Slick Sim Sports, number 25, back there in position number 2. How good. He is ripping it here at Eldora tonight as well. Down to turns 1 and 2 again. Mcswain went from big look on Coulter West, but couldn't get the job done though. How good. So, lap time still in the mid-14 second bracket around here at Eldora Speedway. And this is just about to get better now, Alex. We got about 4 laps left to go as they cross the line.
Zach Mcswain has been impressive here, and remember, Slick Sim Sport has a lot of impressive sprint car drivers on that team, including the 41 of Logan Rumsey, who is not in attendance here tonight, but he is an impressive 410 and 360 driver, wingless and midget as well. He is one of those guys for Slick Sim Sports, as he is helping that man in the 25 out here tonight with some of those setups. Ryan Underwood for VLR, he is in the 3rd spot. He's gaining on the 25. White flag going to be in the air next time by. You see Millette in 4th right now. Slide job by Underwood. He takes over 2nd. Mcswain takes it right back. They go side by side. White flag out here, ladies and gentlemen. Mcswain returns the slide job, but the 10C. Coulter West for LGR Motorsports. He is going to win heat race number 4, but who's going to come home in the 2nd spot? We will find out. Mcswain hits the wall, but he's still going to take home 2nd. Ryan Underwood in 3rd. Rebecca Millette in 4th.
Wow, that was a close finish. How good was that? Well, we race fans, it's just getting started. How good is that? Coulter West will take home the win in heat race number 4. Zach Mcswain, Ryan Underwood, Rebecca Millette, Mark Gebhardt, Connor McGowan, Stephen Turbeville, and Dalton Collins, and Lance Heinberger will round out the 9-car field in that one. Positions 5 through to 9 will light up in the B main 4 tonight. Positions 1 through to 4 will transfer on into tonight's feature race.
Here we go. Starting on the pole, the 32 up North eSports, it's Bryce Lucius to the outside. Ryko Motorsports, number 9 of Damian Keffer.
LGR Motorsports driver number 75, Machine of Austin Stern, will start out of 3. And Mario Perez, Hires all the way from Florida, will start the 71 from position number 4.
Starting at 5th, the 02, it's Jordan Gage to the outside, the 26 of Brandon Voiles.
Position number 7 will be the Team Outlaw Motorsports driver, the 19 of Sean Judson Jr. and Cody Gatsy, I think it's pronounced. In the 27 will be out of position number 8, and Braden Black will start the 45 from position 9.
Here we go once more. Damian Keffer, keep your eye on him. Heat race number 5. He's a late model guy. He's starting on the front row here. He's been impressive throughout the times you've seen him in late model action on UltimateDirtTV. Can he run here well in the sprint car ranks? The lights are out on the pace truck. You have Bryce Lucius, ABR setup shop for Up North eSports. ABR setup shop back behind him. 75X Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, Austin Stern. So can ABR setup shop put some more cars into the show here tonight? Right now, green flag is out. Bryce Lucius takes over the green flag, and he's off to the races. He said, see ya, boys. Austin Stern makes a costly mistake, and right now he has to fight for that transfer spot because Jordan Gage Brandon Boyles, they are right behind him. There's Mario Perez as well. And caution, flag waves. Once again here in a heat race number 5, first caution for them. And it's Team Outlaw Motorsports 19. It's Sean Judson. Problems for him as UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Let's see what happens to that 19 machine. As oh boy. Goes in. Oh, he entered a lot lower than what you're supposed to, and he blew that engine up real quick. So tough break for Sean Judson, as you'll see him in consolation action later on tonight.
I'll tell you what, Alex, you never really see a sprint car turn hard left like that. I think something broke on that race car. So we'll get the official pit report just a little bit later on and find out what happened to the Team Outlaw Motorsports, number 19 of Sean Judson Jr. As well, we'll find out what happened to that race car and how good was the start for the ABR setup shop up north eSports, number 32 of Bryce Lucius. How good was that start for him? He absolutely rocketed away, Alex, and Damien Kiefer's got the outside of the front row at the moment as well. As we take a look at your lap times at the moment as well, low 16-second bracket to early 17-second bracket in heat race number 5. Final heat race of the night, race fans, and then we get into the pointy end of the show. Alex, we're still getting there, mate, but we've still got a lot of racing left to go.
Consolation races coming up next, followed by quick warm-up and then feature event. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the nightcap. It is the Extreme Savage Pro late models, brought to you by the 127 Industries. You saw 127 Industries take home a win earlier, and Blake Majulis, huge announcement coming up in that broadcast. You gotta stay tuned to find out what that huge announcement is. But we are green here in heat race number 5, and Bryce Lucius back to on the top.
Wow, we're going to car very sideways. That was the 71 machine of Mario Perez in the 71X car, back down in pit lane right now as we got a big race going on in turns 1 and 2, heading down the back straightaway at the moment as well. There was Austin Stern and Jordan Gage there, and there was the car, Braden Black. It looks like he's out for tonight in heat racing action as well. But how good is this? We got a two-way battle for positions number 3 and 4 at the moment. Austin Stern and Jordan Gage, going at it in turns 1 and 2, heading down the back straightaway. Perez still limping around on the bottom side of the speedway in the 71 as well. We've got about 5 laps left to go, race fans, as they cross the stripe now. Alex, with 4 to run.
4 to run. You see Austin Stern out in the 3rd spot, Jordan Gage in 4th. Pit report, Sean Judson in the 19. The dirt got to him. He ran out of tear-offs, and he couldn't see nothing, so he darted to the inside, got out of people's way. So that is the pit report for the 19 of Sean Judson Jr. That's why he is out of action here. But Austin Stern, he's in the 3rd spot, but look out, folks. That 4 spot is up for grabs. Jordan Gage is on some pressure here. Brandon Boyles right behind him.
How good is this, race fans? 2 laps left to run down the back straight away. They go. Damien Kiefer is your race leader. Lucius in position 2. The race is on. Lucius back to the inside on Kiefer. Down the back straight away for the final time. Kiefer again into turns 3 and 4. Who's going to get the job done? Down the main straight away. Oh, Lucius. Big collection there out of turn 4, and I reckon there's going to be a bit of a recollection going on there on the speedway. We'll get your official results up there in just a second. And Lucius by 0.010 on Kiefer. Wowee. Stern in position 3, and Jordan Gage will round out your top 4. Brandon Boyles in 5. Cody Gazzi in position number 6. And here's the last car on the lead lap. Mario Perez, Braden Black, and Sean Judson Jr. will round out the 9-car field.
Talk about burning the house down already tonight with heat race action. And here we go. It is Consi time, and starting on the pole, Team Outlaw Motorsports, the 510. It's Eddie Holton Jr. to the outside, the 33. It's Sage Luther.
Steven Turbeville will start the 4 machine out of position number 3 with Mario Perez in the 71X out of position number 4.
Starting in the 5th spot, Sub-Zero Racing, the 40, it's Jeremy Parker. To the outside, the 24 from Pennsylvania, it is Scott Bittinger.
Position number 7 will be the 29 of Timothy Korkikowski, and Dalton Collins to the 95 from position number 8.
Starting in the 9th spot, the 45 of Braden Black. To the outside, it's the 18 of Camden Johnston.
Out of position number 11 will be the 13 car of Garrett Adams, and hopefully, if he's got the car out there for the B main for tonight, it's the 42 machine of Emerson Axum. Well, race fans, how good is this? Let's get set to go racing here right now. C-Main, sorry. It's the second last chance to get into the big dance. And we're about to get set to go. Pace car set to pull to the infield. Race fans, here we go. The alphabet soup is underway.
As you see, Mario Perez, Camden Johnston, Emerson Axum, Jeremy Parker, and Lance Heimberger did not make the call, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Top 4 go on to your B main here tonight, that last chance qualifier. Right now, Eddie Holden Jr., Stephen Turbeville, Sage Luther, and Timothy Korkikowski. They're 3 wide right now. Contact. Oh boy, here we go. Scott Binger now. He takes some pressure in here as well as these guys all fighting out for those 4 transfer spots. Timothy Korkikowski, he comes up and he takes the lead over from Eddie Holden Jr. Eddie Holden Jr. drops back to 3rd here from Sage Luther. As now, here we go, 4-5 car battle for that 4th and final transfer spot is on.
Well, we big contact. Down the back, straightaway cars upside down, and we're yellow, yellow, yellow. On the speedway, let's take a quick look at your UltimateDirtTV. Hashtag strongest at Mac instant replay. Into turns number 3 and 4. It looks like Eddie Holden Jr. just got a little bit too high on the racetrack, and a couple of cars had nowhere to go. Looks like it was just really close racing there. Don't think anything was too intentional.
You see there just by watching that caution again. Look at the dust that was kicking up in this race, and you know, this dust has kicked up a little bit more difficulty for some of these drivers, but with Dalton Collins now out of action here, Scott Binger out of action, we're going to be down to about 8 cars on the track. 4 go on, 4 go home now, and it is going to be a dogfight here, and I bet you, if you saw the heat racing and you know how close the heat racing is, there's going to be a close finish here for one of those 4 spots.
Yeah, definitely right, Alex, as well. So Timothy Korkikowski is your race leader. Sage Luther in 2. Garrett Adams in position number 3. Looks like Dalton Collins back to the pit area. He's pulled that race car in for tonight as well. So he'll be back in the pit area. So, not a good start to tonight's C-Main for a few drivers. We got about four cars out of tonight's C-Main as we're getting set to go back to the green flag in this time by out of turn number 4. Pace car off to the infield. The green flag resumes here at Eldora for the C-Main.
Timothy Korkikowski right back on to that gas pedal as he takes it in 2, 3, and 4. Now Sage Luther, he got a heck of a run out of 1 and 2 there to get back up into the 2nd spot. Garrett Adams, Mario Perez, right now, your top 4. You see Turbeville, Braden Black, those guys all fighting it out right now for that 5th spot, but they got to get up to Garrett Adams if they want a chance to go on to that last chance qualifier tonight. With these top 4, you see them 2 by 2 going at it here. Sage Luther, Timothy Korkikowski, those 2 going at it. Korkikowski now under fire. Sage Luther and Mario Perez take over 1 and 2. Korkikowski, he's back to 3rd, and Garrett Adams still holds on to the 4th spot, but you see a lot of guys going to that bottom side where a lot of the moisture is on this track.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. Heading down the back straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, not many laps left to go here in tonight's C-Main. Out of turn number 4 this time, boys across the stripe, working lap number 8 of 12. Mario Perez to the inside of Luther. The race is on down the back straightaway right now. Mario Perez relegated back to position number 2. But I tell you what, the speed is on right now in that race car.
Paige, Luther, Mario Perez both have looked strong since they took over 1 and 2. But now who's going to take home the win? A little contact between the two of them. It looked like Mario Perez hit the slick, got a little tight, went down the track. Now he's in the wall. He is going to drop back. Here comes Korkikowski now. Korkikowski in the 3rd spot, going to the inside of Mario Perez. Perez holds on now as he has a run. He still holds into the 2nd spot, but Timothy Korkikowski, he's in the 3rd spot. He's looking strong here tonight, looking to make it A main here tonight, but he's got to get through this C and then a B to do it, and he's in that 3rd spot. Garrett Adams right now, though, holds on to the final spot. Can he hold on to it for one more lap? Because a white flag is out for Sage Luther, who is out in front by a good margin. There's Mario Perez, Timothy Korkikowski, Garrett Adams. Again, that's your top 4, but down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time, the 33. Sage Luther, he is going to win C main action. Mario Perez in 2nd, Timothy Korkikowski in the 3rd spot, and Garrett Adams takes home your 4th and final transfer.
Yeah, it was a very good race towards the end there as well, and I reckon there might be some more damage on the 71X of Mario Perez's race car from that contact with the retaining wall, and also with Sage Luther there just briefly was going on in turns 1 and 2. Your results right now, race fans, for your C main. Sage Luther will get the job done over Mario Perez, Timothy Korkikowski, Garrett Adams, Stephen Turbeville, and the Braden Black will come home in position 6. Sean Judson Jr. in position 7. And Eddie Holden will round out your top 8. In positions 9 through to 14 will reside back in the pit area. And they'll have a pie and a sausage roll and possibly a can of Coke later on. And maybe stick a couple of adult refreshments as well down there in the pit area as we're getting set to go right now for your B main, Alex.
Starting on the pole, it is going to be the Indiana native of Jason Sean Beckler to the outside. From Pennsylvania, the 72 of Mike Augustine.
Position number 3 with the 41 machine of Brett Taylor, and Mark Gebhardt will start the 96 machine out of position number 4.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 26 of Brandon Boyles to the outside. It's the 11 of Mitchell Farmer.
Position number 7 with a 97 of Tyler Schultz, and position number 8 on his outsides for Up North eSports and Team ABR Setup Shop is Austin Griffey.
Connor McGowan in the 64 for Mecca Motorsports. He starts 9th to the outside. Band of Brothers 27 is Cody Gatsky.
Donnie Batiste will start the 67 out of 11, and out of position number 12 is your C-main transferee of Sage Luther.
Starting in the 13th spot, going to be Mario Perez to the outside, Timothy Korkikowski in the 29, and rounding out the field, the 13, Garrett Adams. 15 cars, 4 go on. Who is going to make it to the dance here tonight? We'll find out. Pace truck is heading off. It is Sean Beckler and Augustine heading us to the green. Green flag is out. Last chance qualifier underway.
And how good of a start for the 9 machine into turns number 1 and 2. Heading down the back straightaway. And Donnie Batiste upside down in the 67. And we are under the caution lights once again in the UltimateDirtTV instant replay up onto your screen right now. Let's find out what happened for the 67 car. Oh, looks like Mario Perez got tagged as well. There was all sorts of contact there, and I don't think anything was intentional there. I think Mario Perez, again, suffering in the 71X machine.
You saw in front of him, though, 3 wide in turn number 1 and 2 on the first lap of the LCQ. Man, oh man, if that doesn't describe how these sprint cars have been racing tonight and how everything has been racing tonight so far, it has been another phenomenal race here tonight. ABR Setup Shop, 360 wing sprint cars at Eldora Speedway. This is your B main. Again, they call it a B main for a reason. Either you make the dance or you go home. Last chance. But man, oh man, if it's anything like that B main we witnessed about an hour or two ago from those big block modifieds, we're in for a heck of a race.
Yeah, definitely right, mate. We're just on board there briefly with Jason Skollenbaker in the number 9 machine as well. Just briefly on board there, just see him idling around on the speedway as well. So let's see what can happen. Race fans, as we're going to get set to go back to the green flag. Single file restart in your B main for tonight. Pace car off to the infield. Let's go racing.
Green flag back out on the raceway for this LCQ. Look at these battles already going on for that 4th and final spot. Brett Taylor has it right now. There comes Austin Griffey, Tyler Schultz, Mark Gebhardt, Griffey around. Oh boy, a lot of contact, a lot of cars upside down and up sideways. Caution flag back out on the raceway, and man, oh man, more drama to add into tonight. I think Austin Griffey, Connor McGowan was also involved in that mess. And man, oh man, boys are getting feisty here tonight. UltimateDirtTV instant replay here, your second caution of this LCQ. And looky here, it all begins in the back. You see, oh, there's Griffey going around. So a lot of problems going on here tonight in this B main for some of these drivers, but Griffey getting the worst of the situation, going around and upside down. So for the 57 of Up North eSports has been some problems, but we are back here live. Yellow flag out still on the raceway. It's Sean Beckler, it's Augustine. Gebhardt now sneaks his way in to that top 4 spots with Mike Augustine. And talk about that for a second. There you saw the time chart. Haven't completed a lap yet, with some drama added into this B main. But 2 Pennsylvania boys in that top 4 to try and make this A main. And I gotta mess with our dear boss man, Brett Wheeler. Pennsylvania boys coming off the porch right now, and they're in the top 4.
Yeah, that's definitely right, mate, as well. So let's see what can happen. Mark Gebhardt up to position number 3. Augustine in 2. And your race leader as well. We're going to get set to go back to the green flag, this time by, here we go, race fans. Lap number 5 of 14. We're racing here at Eldora.
Yes, qualifier. Sorry.
You're right. We'll down to turns 1 and 2. Gebhardt looking and looking in the 96 car. What's he got on the racetrack for tonight's B main? He is looking for a transfer spot into tonight's feature race as well. And right now, Tyler Schultz is on the bubble in the 97 car. Right now, we're on board with Tyler Schultz.
Look at Schultz. He's on the bottom side. He's trying to hold it as much as he can in that moisture, trying to get the run on Brandon Voiles, who's in that 26 machine in the 4th spot right now. You see, it's not that dusty in front of him. There you see some mud hitting that tear off right now. He's going to change that soon. With the 97 of Tyler Schultz in the 5th spot. Brandon Voiles trying to put some pressure on Mark Gebhardt and put him on that bubble spot right now as the last one to make the dance. But Tyler Schultz, he doesn't care who he's got to pass. He is a man on a mission, and so is Mario Perez and Austin Griffey. They're right behind him, coming after that 4th and final spot, which now Mark Gebhardt has been handed by Brandon Voiles. Those two going at it. Here we go. Now Mario Perez goes to the inside. Schultz goes to the inside of Gebhardt. Now Schultz takes over your 4th spot momentarily. But now Sean Beckler has some company in the 2nd spot. Brandon Voiles in there giving pressure. You see all these cars. 4 spots to make the dance. Here's Griffey as well. Griffey gonna try and force the issue. He saves it right now. But man, oh man, that was almost catastrophic for the 57 of Austin Griffey, who's trying to make it there. Gebhardt on the outside as well, looking in. And now here we go. 4 laps to run here as Mike Augustine, Brandon Voiles, Jason Schombeckler, and Austin Griffey, your top 4 right now.
Yeah, looks like issues for the 96 machine of Mark Gebhardt. He's falling back in the pack. He's back down to position number 7 right now. These guys are absolutely fighting for sheep stations out there on the speedway right now, with Only a handful of laps left to go, race fans. It's on like Donkey Kong right now. Into turns 1 and 2. Griffey back on the top side. Alice Boy's come back down from halfway down the back of the pack. Alice Boy in the 57 is up to position number 2. Here comes Austin Griffey right now with 2 to run on the top side of the speedway, Alex.
Austin Griffey in the second spot right now. Brandon Boyles has company because here comes Mario Perez. You see Schultz, Sean Beckler, Gebhardt, all of them have been in the transfer spot at one point or another, but those all looking on the outside looking in right now. White flag in the air. Mike Augustine in the 72. Oh man, he's slowing up. Is he going to have enough gas? He might not. Griffey takes it from him. He wins. Mario Perez, Brandon Boyles, Tyler Schultz takes it here for the final transfer spot as the 72 of Mike Augustine, gimping to the line, runs out of gas here in your last chance qualifier.
Yeah, it's never good when that happens. Now, was it fuel or was it something different in that race car? Well, we'll find out later on. Obviously, a fuel issue. Could have been something different in that race car. Austin Griffey will take the win over Mario Perez, Brandon Voiles, Tyler Schultz, Jason Skollenbacher as well in the number 9 machine. Mark Gebhardt will come home in the top 6 as well and misses out for tonight into the big dance. Mike Augustine will come home in 7. Timothy Korkikowski in position number 8. Cody Mitchell Farmer in 10. Connor McGowan. Garrett Adams, Donny Batiste, Brett Taylor, and Sage Luther will round out your 15-car field. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and we'll pay a few bills. We'll be back on the other side of this with your feature race yet to come.
And it is feature time here at Eldora Speedway for the Miller Family Trucking ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Again, I'm Alex Robinson. Matt Bailey joined beside me. Jacob Perlman in the producer's chair for this one. And Matt Bailey, can you believe it is already time for our second feature of the night?
Oh, mate, it's going to be on. Here is your grid, race fans. And we got two of the best on the front row. From position number 1, 3-time World of Outlaws nice entering sprint car iRacing champion is the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron. And on his outside, driving the team ABR setup shop, Wicked Cushion, CSI Shocks, Pit Logic Cap, number 22, it's Jason Nygaard.
Starting in row number 2, the inside, 15C, it's Carter Chevalier. To the outside, LGR Motorsports, it is the 10C of Coulter West.
Position number 5 will be the Up North eSports Team ABR Setup Shop number 32. It's Bryce Lucius. Position number 6 with LGR Motorsports number 21 of Blaine Brink.
Starting in the 7th spot, Black Diamond Motorsports hailing from Reading, Pennsylvania, the 90 of Trevor Royer. To the outside, it is the 60 machine of Sean English.
Position number 9, this guy's been on point all night as well. The Slick Sim Sports number 25, Zach Mcswain. And on his outside, it's the number 9 machine of Damien Kiefer.
Up Northeast Sports number 3, Rico Roble starts on the 11th spot. To the outside, the 23, it is Huey Quillen.
As we'll roll over the page to position number 13, it's the 34 car, of Bill Miller. And on his outside, it's a super late model driver for Team Victory Lane Racing, the 46 of Ryan Underwood.
15th, it's LGR Motorsports 75, Austin Stern. To the outside, the 331, Slick Sim Sports, Dustin Hall.
Position 17 will be the 92 machine of Corey Austin. And at a position 18, it's Noah Bowman. Race fans, we are about to show you the drivers from race control are about to get set to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Miller Family Trucking Esports League. As the drivers come out of turn number 4, united they stand. They are answering the call. 4 wide salute to you, the fans at home watching UltimateDirtTV. Place your picks in the chat. Who do you have winning here tonight at Eldora Speedway for the ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars?
Oh, how good is this, race fans? Bang your hands together. Eldora Speedway, last chance before they break formation. It's so good to see the 4 wide to salute to you, the fans here tonight at Eldora Speedway. These drivers are saluting you. And we ask you in return to stand and make some noise. So that way these guys can hear you as well on the speedway. How good. Bergeron, Chevalier, Coulter West, and Jason Nygaard make up the front row as these guys get now told to break formation. And then we will get set. They'll get another rolling lap. And then we will get set to let them loose.
Oh, Matt Bailey, you know what? We're going to make this interesting because I know who you're going to pick and I know who I would pick. But we can't pick it here because they're both on the front row. We cannot pick a Team ABR driver here. So Bergeron and Nygaard off the table. Who are you picking to win tonight?
I'm going to go with Trevor Royer.
So you're picking the Reading Black Diamond Motorsports 90 of Trevor Royer. I heard Jacob Perlman say he's picking Zach Mcswain. And ladies and gentlemen, he looked good in his heat race. He gave a run for everyone's money. I got him going from starting in the 5th spot, the 21. Blaine Brink for LGR Motorsports. He wins here at Eldora Speedway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the yellow lights, the virtual yellow lights, will go out. They line up in the double conga line menace, as we would say here in Australia. Race fans, it's time to be seated and strap yourself in for the most awesome sprint car race you're about to see. They roll down the back straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for talk is finally finished. It's time to settle up Eldora, because here we go.
Alex Bergeron leads us into turn 1 and 2. You see Jason Nygaard already under some pressure. There's Coulter West. There's Carter Chevalier. These boys are ready to fight. Blaine Brink already up to the 4th spot. He's battling it out with Carter Chevalier for that 4th spot right now. Everyone battling for some valuable spots. Again, very quick notice here. Noah Bowman, Jordan Gage, Tyler Schultz, and Brandon Boyles. Those guys that did not make the call here, so those guys are out of feature contention already tonight.
Well, how good is this so far? Bergeron, Nygaard, Coulter West, Sean English, Blaine Brink, your top 5. How good, race fans? So far, only a couple of laps into tonight's feature race, and the battle is on right now. Royer back down to position 9. Kiefer there as well. We're going to come to the safety catch fence. And look, are we going to go caution? Yes, we are. Yellow on the speedway.
I'm gonna point this out. I changed my pick. That was the 21 from LGR Motorsports. Blaine Brink gonna get into the wall here. So there's that 21 machine. Goes up tie and hits the wall. And oh boy.
So, Alex, you know what that means, right? You know this means 2 wins for me, 0 for you, right?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Well, you cooked me up the other week, mate, so... That's all right.
2 weeks ago in super late models. I think you won maybe a consolation race, but I won 4 heat races in the feature event, so I went 5 to your 1.
Yeah, it sure was, mate. It's always good to have a bit of fun here with commentators as well, ladies and gentlemen. Please post your picks in the comments. And good afternoon to everyone watching online. Shout out to Caden Falkirch, Gage Stevens, and Ethan Langford watching online as well. So how good is this race, fans? Royer up to position number 9 on the speedway. So let's see what happens. He's still got the 2 Team ABR drivers up the front. And that'll be a good interview with Alex Bergeron. He'll be pretty happy with that. Let's get set to go once again, race fans. Out of turn number 4, we're back to green.
Back to green indeed, but also keep an eye on somebody else in this field who had to start in the back of the pack after missing the first call. Rebecca Millette is one to keep your eye on, and we are back under the caution already here. So second caution early on in your 30 lap A main event here at Eldora Speedway. Here's your UltimateDirtTV instant replay, and let's check out what happened here as everyone gets bunched up on the start a little bit there, and they take it 3 wide, and oh boy, a little bit of a pile up. There's Royer, there is Chevalier, and well, Matt Bailey, this is a problem when both of our picks get involved in early wrecks.
Mate, we can do a redraw, I reckon. We can, we're still only about, well, we're only about 5 laps into tonight. Obviously, because we started on lap number 5, so technically only about 5 laps in the books so far. And, well, let's see what happens. We know who's going to win. So we might as well just get it out on the table now, Alex. It's obviously going to be either Bergeron or Nygaard. Coulter West was showing some speed there early as well.
What? Since we're repicking, I'm going to stick. I know I'm going to get a message later on tonight if he wrecks out because I'll pick them both. But I'll go LGR 10C. Coulter West is going to finish in that 3rd spot tonight. As we know those ABR cars, and we said we can't pick another ABR car, I would pick Rebecca Millette to go 1, 2, and 3 with those ABR teammates, but we can't pick ABR cars because, well, they're the team to beat in this sprint car world.
They definitely are, mate, as well. 3-time What of Outlaws NOS entering sprint car iRacing champion Alex Bergeron will lead them away out of turn number 4 this time by we're back to green.
Bergeron leads us into 1 and 2. You see Coulter West contact. Oh boy, I'm already sweating here. It's Coulter West gets some contact. Rico Robles, Huey Quillen now. Quillen into the 3rd spot here. Huey Quillen, wouldn't it be a bolster to his resume if he could say he finished in the top 3? For a late model guy finishing the top 3 of the sprint car races, it would be a bolster in that resume. Zach McSwain, he's in the 5th spot right now, battling it out with Rico Robles. There's Dustin Hall as well. And man, oh man, the dog fight is on between everyone in the top 10. Everyone wants a better spot. You saw Robles right there. He has his hands full with Zach McSwain, Corey Austin, and Dustin Hall. But up front, it's those ABR cars, the 12 and the 22, sitting 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. How good is this race, fans? Sorry, pardon me, sorry. Robles on the top side of the speedway at the moment as well, trying to hold down position on the speedway. This is a battle for positions 6, 7, 8, and 9 at the moment on the speedway, as well as Austin Griffey coming up through the field in the Up North eSports team, ABR setup shop number 57 as well. Oh, big look from Huey Quillen there on Jason Nygaard as we're yellow on the speedway, caution out.
3rd caution of this A main event, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Oh boy. Double check here and we're going to see what happened on the raceway. There's Austin Griffey and oh no. There's Griffey, there's Robles. Oh, car getting tight there, folks. So caution flag is out there. So we're going to double check here. We're going to check all possibilities here. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay once more. So a little bit of mechanical issues there. But Austin Griffey in the top 10. But look who's behind Austin Griffey. That 14 machine, Rebecca Millette. She's right there in the top 10 right now. And, you know, we talked about it earlier. For her to become the first ever female driver to win in the Miller Family Trucking Esports League and World of Thunder Esports League history, that would be a first in a lot of record books. And for her to knock off 2 teammates of hers in Bergeron and Nygaard, oh boy, that'll be a very interesting interview if it happens.
Oh, I could definitely tell you that for sure, mate, for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, working lap number 15 of 35. Let's go back to green out of turn number 4.
Leads us back into turn 1 and 2. Look at Huey Quillen. Quillen trying to make a move on Jason Nygaard. Now Nygaard gained some speed here. He's going to try and make a move on Alex Bergeron. He slide chop. Caution flag is out. And oh boy, we were going to have a race for the lead there. Nygaard has to be a little bit upset seeing that caution flag, as here we go, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay again. Another bunched up start. There's Griffey, there's Tyler Schultz, the 97 of Schultz having a little problem. Oh boy, 2 cars going around, but Schultz brings out your caution flag there in the 97 for Team Outlaw Motorsports. That was your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. But oh my, we were going to have a phenomenal race for the lead. But talk about that restart for Jason Nygaard, Huey Quillen, as we had a 4-car battle almost for the lead there between Bergeron, Quillen, Nygaard, Coulter West, and I see it coming again, Matt Bailey, as this is going to tear the house down here in these sprint cars, and I cannot wait to witness it here tonight.
Oh, mate, it's going to be absolutely unreal. How good has it been, race fans? How good? Bergeron, your race leader over Jason Nygaard. He went for a slider in turn 3 and 4, made it stick, and then the caution came out. He'll be about as dark as 2 AM in that race car, but we know Alex as well. He's going to be elbows up in that race car right now.
Here we go. Let's watch Coulter West's view here. He is behind Huey Quillen, Nygaard, and Bergeron. He's going to get a front row seat here as he had for that slide job by Nygaard. It's going to be one. Keep your eye on that tendency. He is waiting for a mistake by one of these three drivers. We're back green, and look at him. He's going to go right up top here, see if he can get a run. He gets a run on Huey Quillen. Quillen now drops up top. Here comes West, going to run right through that slick patch, and I don't know how smart of an idea it is. You see him fighting with the car. Now he goes up top. But again, that setup looks to be a little tight as he is fighting with the car here.
Yeah, definitely saw that, mate. Saw how much he was soaring at the steering wheel. As well in the 10C, takes a move back on Rubbles. And dear, oh dear, that could have been as worse as a bad sandwich on the bad Monday. And well, we are under the caution lights once again. UltimateDirtTV instant replay coming up onto your screen. And let's see what goes down. Looks like a car upside down there. Not too sure who that was. It was a white car there. I think it could have been maybe Ryan Underwood, I think.
It was either Ryan Underwood. I know he is out of action here. So there's Noah Bowman as well. So a lot of cars having some problems here with this big track at Eldora. And again, I think it has something to do with the dust, the slickness of this track. And these boys are fighting and clawing. Rebecca Millette, though, she is in the pits right now. So we'll have to keep an eye to see if that 14 gets back on the raceway. She was running in the top 10 for a while there, but keep an eye on her. Blaine Brink, remember, he was in that first caution tonight. He is back up until 11th with his teammate Austin Stern in front of him here. But just look at that for a second here. You have ABR cars 1 and 2. Rico Robles, the sponsored ABR setup shop, in the top 5 as well. You have Coulter West. You have Austin Stern, and you have Austin Griffey in the top 10 as well. ABR setup shop cars are throughout this top 10, and man, oh man, this has to be a bolster for Alex Bergeron.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. And Ryan Underwood, he had the 2-minute time clock. He came back out onto the speedway. The car didn't feel right, he said. So he's pulled it back into the pit area for tonight as well. Underwood looks like he's going to try and cope with that race car. So he's back out on the speedway, and we had a massive big tangle up in turns 1 and 2 as well. Quillen as well. We got a massive big battle on right now. Contact left, right, and center as well. There was a car into the safety catch fence on the main straightaway as well. Zach Mcswain, give him position number 2 right now. Rubbles in 3. Here comes Coulter West as well. The 10C's up to P3. How good is this right now, Alex? It's only getting started.
Coulter West, Rico Robles, 2 ABR setup shop cars going at it. There's Jason Nygaard back up, and he has to be smiling right now with this. Oh, hello. That was Bryce Lucius in the 32, flipping in turn 3 and 4. Caution flag waves as UltimateDirtTV instant replay. We're going to have to watch and see here. So here's Mario Perez. Mario Perez brings out the caution as he goes through 1 and 2, gets in the back of a car, and he goes around. But then, Bryce Lucius in 3 and 4 went for a ride of a lifetime. You saw it there on the blimp cam. He went up and over for a ride of a lifetime. We're going to see here. Can we get it? We're going to get it here, folks. So the caution flag waves, and oh, Huey Quillen going to get a little contact, and oh, Bryce Lucius goes for a ride. He is out of action right now, so he's going to have that 2-minute time clock, getting ready to see if he can get back on the raceway before we go back green. But talk about drama. Jason Nygaard drops back to the 5th spot right now. It's up Zach Mcswain into the 2nd spot. Coulter West in 3rd with Rico Robles there, then Nygaard and Huey Quillen. So watch as these battles heat up here. We're almost at the 10 lap to go mark, and this is going to come down to the final lap to see who makes the podium here tonight.
Mate, I tell you what, Alex, you got Mcswain, who's come from knees deep in this pack right now as well. So Mcswain will restart on the outside of Bergeron. What's going to happen in this one, race fans? The pace car back to the infield, went back to the green flag.
Alex Bergeron goes right up top. That opens the door. Here comes Coulter West. West with a slide job. Bergeron gets contact. Contact by Bergeron now. The car's following up. Nygaard gets in there. Caution flag waves. And oh boy, talk about some more drama to this feature event, everyone. Here, this is going to be a dogfight. Alex Bergeron, I don't know if he'll get his spot back. If he is not the cause of the caution, he should go back up. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We saw this front and center, but let's see this once more. Alex Bergeron there as he dropped back. But
yeah,
oh boy.
Definitely right there, Alex, as well on that restart. There was contact. Left, right, and center going into turns 1 and 2, and I think there was one car who was right on the rear nerve bar as well. That was Zach Mcswain, right on the rear nerve bar of the 12 machine, and I think there might have been just a little bit of no gas release on the 25 machine. He was trying to hold it down as well, so I think what happened there was Bergeron and Mcswain were there side by side, or nose to tail, sorry, in turns 1 and 2. And then it was all over Red Rover from there. So, looks like Mcswain back up to P2. Bergeron will regain the race lead. And talk about lucky for the Team ABR setup shop. Wicked Cushion, CSI Shocks, Next Gen Fab, Dirt Armada number 12 of Alex Bergeron. 3-time World of Outlaws NOS entering Sprint Car iRacing champion. Pace car back to the infield, race fans. Let's go back to green flag racing.
Green flag back at Alex Bergeron. Back to the top side he goes as Mcswain, Coulter West. Oh boy, more crashing indeed. Caution flag once more. And you know, for the 12 and the 25, you got to be dreading this caution flags because you want to get to this race, especially if you're Zach Mcswain. But here we go. Let's check this out again. Here's your restart. We go 3 wide at the restart line, and oh boy, not the night to see here tonight.
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely not. It's getting a little bit disastrous out there on the speedway. You can see how much the track is slickened off. Not a lot of grip left on the racetrack as well. So, Bergeron, Mcswain, Coulter West, Jason Nygaard, these guys will be considering fuel in those race cars. Now, these cars can only hold. There are a 30-gallon tank in these race cars. So let's see what's going to happen. Will fuel come into an issue here tonight at the Eldora Speedway? Bergeron rolling around there as well. Lights are out. Let's get set to go. Bergeron, Mcswain, Coulter West. Who's going to get the job done, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be Bergeron or will it be Mcswain? Will it be Coulter West? Let's find out as they roll through turn number 3 and 4. The pace car is going to get set to pull back to the infield. We're back to green.
Green flag back out on the racetrack. Bergeron goes right back to the top side. If you want to get below him, go ahead. He said, be my guest, but you're going to have to go and throw a haymaker if you want to get by here tonight. And another caution flag in the air. More problems from the back of the field, and I think that one might be Austin Griffey. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Bunched up start here. There's Huey Quillen. Oh, we're going to go side by side there at the... Oh, boy.
Well, Blaine Brink, Jason Nygaard as well. Huey Quillen was in there as well. They looks like it was a right rear to a left front situation going on in on that restart there with Jason Nygaard and Huey Quillen. Nygaard was looking to go to the top side, and Quillen was already there in the 23 car as well. So, Alex, the drama continues here in tonight's feature.
You know what? The tension is building, you know, and I'm expecting the tension and the tempers to boil over here soon with some of these drivers as they want to fight for transfers for a podium spot here. So, we're closing in on 10 to run. It's Bergeron, it's Mcswain, it's Coulter West. I'm a little disappointed because Blaine Brink got caught up in that one, and he made it. Remember that caution early back in, made it all the way up to the top 5 just to get caught up in some more problems. So a tough break for the 21 of Blaine Brink, but can his teammate, the 10C of Coulter West, park it into a podium spot here tonight for LGR Motorsports? We'll find out here because we're about to go back to green flag action here. Bergeron, Mcswain, Coulter West, Huey Quillen, and Corey Austin. That is your top 5 pace truck off green flag. Back out.
Down to turns number 1 and 2, and Bergeron all over it like a bad rash, heading down the back straight away into turns number 3 and 4 right now. Green flag still out, so we're still good to go. Mcswain trying to get the job done as well, as we're looking Ryan Underwood, the team VLR number 46 machine, trying to move up as well. He's up to position number 5 on the speedway as well. Here comes Tyler Schultz in the 97 as well. Good run for Tyler Schultz tonight as well in the Team Outlaw Motorsports number 97 machine. Trying to get the job done as well. Looking for a top 5 run here tonight for Tyler Schultz as well. We got a 3-way battle up the front as well. Heading down the back chute, Bergeron, Mcswain, and Coulter West. How good is this? And we're yellow, yellow, yellow. Mario Perez, the 71X machine. Oh dear. It looks like, again, Jason Nygaard as well down the back of the bus. And Perez found the concrete wall. And it bit him big time in turns 1 and 2. Well, Alex, it continues.
I'm going to need a doctor because, you know, the tension is building and building and building. And I'm terrified to see what happens in the final laps of this one here between Bergeron, between Coulter West, between even Zach Mcswain. You have Ryan Underwood, Huey Quillen. I mean, go back even more. Tyler Schultz, Corey Austin. We've seen it happen. Rebecca Millette, she's in 10th right now. Anything can happen in this race tonight. And oh boy, this is going to be fun for us. Nygaard, look at that right now with is that a 15? A 15.3 there was for the overall quickest lap. So think about that for a second. 15.3, that was probably early on in this feature event. The track was still slick. So to run a 15.3 has to be a pretty good time.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. So these guys still getting round here in the low to 15 mid-second bracket. So let's see what can happen. It was all on like Donkey Kong between the top 3. You can see Coulter West edging Zach Mcswain there as well out of turn number 4. We're back to green flag racing, and down to turns 1 and 2 they go. Bergeron, Mcswain followed him on the top side. Here comes Tyler Schultz, and Ryan Underwood splits them 3 wide into turns 3 and 4 and move Underwood up to position number 4 on the speedway.
Next to run here, Zach Mcswain is your new leader momentarily. Him and Bergeron swapping spots right now. There's Tyler Schultz. He is in the 5th spot, battling it out with Ryan Underwood for the 4th spot. Don't count out Huey Quillen there. But think about that for a second. Zach Mcswain took over that front spot momentarily. But Bergeron, he's taking it back, and he's not looking back here at that 25 machine as Coulter West trying to gain on Zach Mcswain, and he's doing it well. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, closing in. 3 to run for Alex Bergeron.
How good is this, ladies and gentlemen? Wow. Down the back straight away, Tyler Schultz puts a move. on Huey Quillen right now. We're working lap number 33 of 35. 3 laps left to go. Race fans, how good is this? Bergeron still your race leader, Mcswain in 2. We're watching the battle up front right now between Bergeron, Zach Mcswain and Coulter West. Nothing in it, heading down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. Alex, the white flag is out. Bring us home.
Alex Bergeron into 1 and 2. You see him filing in. Slide job by Zach Mcswain for the lead here on the white flag. Bergeron goes back underneath. Here we go. A slide job. Get ready to serve again. Here we go. Alex Bergeron ducks underneath. Out of turn number 4. The 12 gets it done. Photo finish for second. Zach Mcswain gets it done in second. Coulter West in third. Ryan Underwood fourth. Huey Quillen and fifth. And oh boy, talk about a finish for that second spot between Zach Mcswain, Coulter West. West waited for his chance to strike, and he almost did it there, but there it is. Alex Bergeron wins. Coulter West gets the second spot done. Zach Mcswain in third. Ryan Underwood, Huey Quillen round out your top 5.
Gee, I think the crowd just woke up an old lady down the road in Ohio. How good is this, race fans? Tyler Schultz will come home in position number 6. Rico Rubbles in 7. Jason Nygaard in position number 8. And a good drive tonight by Nygaard. As well, Dustin Hall home in 9th. And Brendan Voiles will round out your top 10.
11th, it was Rebecca Millette, Noah Bowman in 12th. Corey Austin, Mario Perez, and Austin Stern round out your top 15.
We move back to position number 16. And Austin Griffey, Blaine Brink, and Sean English will round out your 18 car finishes here tonight. Race fans, how good is that? And bang your hands together for your feature race winner, Alex Bergeron.
We're going to run to commercial break because I need a doctor after that finish. So, ladies and gentlemen.
No heart attacks, all right, Alex? No heart attacks.
Look, we got another race yet coming up here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will throw it to a commercial break real quick. I'm going to get some water, and we will be back in Victory Lane.
Well, race fans, welcome back to UltimateDirtTV. We're down here on the podium, here down on the bottom side of the racetrack on the main straightaway, and we're here with second place runner tonight is Zach Mcswain. Zach, mate, what a race for you guys here tonight. Obviously, sorry, actually, you got third because I think Schultz had just got you on the line.
I think we tied at the line. That was a pretty good race there. I'm not very good in these things, so I was just happy to be up there near the front.
Mate, you were racing hard there with Berger on there for a couple of laps. It was a wicked race, and we were going nuts up here in the commentators booth. I can tell you that for a fact. Mate, it was a wicked race, but your team here tonight, mate. Obviously, run us through the closing laps of that race, man, and run us through how the track was.
It was just pretty much up top all the way around. I think the slider line was pretty good, but it was just hard to run it being in traffic like that. So I don't know. I was surprised to be close to Bergeron as I was. So that was pretty cool. So I threw a couple sliders there at him, but I just not too good. So we'll take third place.
Mate, it was an awesome drive by your team here tonight, mate. Obviously, sponsor shout out to Turns Wheels on this race car.
Sponsor Speed Connection, Big House Guns, Lizard Lick Pit Lights, KMJ Graphics, and thank y'all for putting on the league and broadcasting.
Well done on position 3, mate, and we'll see you next week, mate. Congratulations. Well, Alex, I believe you're down in the pit area with Coulter West.
Coulter West, what a show, what a finish. And you come home in the second spot here tonight. Tough break for your teammate, Blaine Brink, but you carried the load for the team here tonight, and coming home in second, got to be accomplished with that show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm shaking a little bit because that was a crazy finish. I think we actually tied right at the line. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Didn't expect Mcswain to be up there as a late model guy, but we got him at the line, and that's all that matters, and a lot of fun.
Talk about the team effort here tonight. You know, LGR Motorsports had some strong runs here tonight. You, Austin Stern, Blaine Brink had some tough luck, but he had a strong car as well. So talk about how far the team has become here, and especially, you know, running in the top 10 in one of the biggest leagues and one of the most competitive leagues here in iRacing.
Well, you know, I got to give a huge shout out to Alex Bergeron on that. He's been working with us a little bit and has made us all faster, especially with his setup shop. And I think that's helped us the most because we were so stuck on setups before. And now that we got it kind of figured out, we're making moves out here. And I mean, it feels great to get second week in a row here at this league. So, yeah.
We know you got a lot of great guys backing you in that number 10 machine. Who do you have to thank for another great showing here tonight?
Of course, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this, and then ABR Setup Shop, Redline Race Designs, Finish Line Repair, One Wish Foundation, Rogue Energy, Wraps and Stitches, and Skull Candy, and then all the guys over at LGR Motorsports. Been a great start to the year, so we're looking forward to keeping going. And yeah, I'm gonna go try to calm down now.
That is your second place finisher, the 10C of Coulter West. And now, Matt Bailey, you get to talk to someone we're oh so familiar with, as he has not stopped winning in these sprint cars, no matter what class it is. It's Alex Bergeron.
Yeah, mate, I'm down here at the hauler with Alex Bergeron. And Alex, mate, it was a wicked drive bringing your team here tonight, mate. Runners through the closing laps. You led all 35 out there on the speedway for tonight. A couple of laps there where Mcswain was right there on your rear nerve bar, mate, but you took out the win. Another win under your belt for tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a good race overall. Just a lot of cautions, and I was just unfortunate, but yeah, it was a good battle there with my teammate Jason and everyone from the setup shop on ABR Setup Shop. So Coulter did a great run there and got second from ABR Setup Shop. So congrats to him and everyone who did good tonight. And it was just a tough race overall with all these yellows and the incident limit there. Just a lot of wrecks, and it was hard back there. So it's just overall it was a great track to race on, and hopefully we can do the same next week.
Mate, coming into tonight, obviously a different track every week. Mate, what was the strategy coming into tonight with that race car?
There's not really a strategy. Just try to do our best we can and be up front. That's what we've done. And we had a great qualifying speed and a great run in the heat race. It was a really fun battle there in the heat race as well. So I think we definitely put on a great show for the fans out here tonight.
Mate, awesome driver in your team here tonight, mate. Before we let you go, mate, quick sponsor shout out to Turns Wheels on this machine.
Well, everyone at Team eSports, Rebecca and Jason. Congrats to Jason as well. He did a great run with me, and all the race was a good show, and we had a lot of fun together tonight. And Rebecca did as well, very good tonight. Just it was very close from disqualification after all these incidents in front of her, and it was just a tough race, but she was running very good in the top 10 tonight. So congrats to her once again, and everyone on the ABR setup shop running a great run tonight, representing the brand very good. So thanks to them and all of our sponsors and partners, CSI Shocks, Blood Academy, BK Design, Smart Farm Equipment, CD Symptography, ABR Setup Shop, of course, and Grass T3R with everyone that supports us and Stoco and all the fans out here tonight for a great show. And you guys were broadcasting, doing an awesome job, and UltimateDirtTV and Wolf Thunder for doing this. It's definitely a pleasure to be here, and hopefully we can be back in the booth next week.
Well, mate, awesome driving in your team here tonight, mate. Congratulations, and another win under the belt. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, race fans, it brings us to the close. Here we go. Alex, what was the last thoughts on that race there?
I need a doctor. After that finish, I might need a doctor before these pro late models. But two great shows so far tonight at Eldora, and here we go. 10 minutes time, the nightcap, the pro late models. It's the Extreme Savage Pro Late Models, brought to you by 127 Industries. And man, oh man, that is going to be an entertaining race. Fixed setups on tap for that one. And again, tune in, ladies and gentlemen. There is a big announcement coming up during that broadcast that you do not want to miss, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you miss it, you're going to miss one of the biggest reveals in Miller Family Trucking eSports history and World of Thunder history, because that's coming up for those pro late models. But Matt, well, I'm not even going to give any spoilers. You're just going to have to tune in to find out what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly right, race fans. Be sure to tune in for the Extreme Savage Pro Late Model race in here in about 10 minutes time. And we'll see you guys then from here, and everyone in the production booth and Alex Robinson as well. We'll see you guys back here at the Eldora Speedway very shortly with the Extreme Savage Pro Late Models. We'll see you guys then. Thanks a lot for watching Ultimate Dirt TV.